And welcome to the Kline May Showcase. I'm Robert Cook from the Waynesboro office with Elevate Realty. If you see a home that you're interested in, give one of our offices a call. Thanks to our sponsors, and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, Isabel, for meeting with me today. It's so great to be here right in downtown Harrisonburg at the Visitors Center and Heritage Cafe. And you know, I come in every Thursday with my grandson Luca. We have our play date on Thursdays.
And I love seeing you guys come in.
And I'd love to hear how you chose this location and landed right here.
I actually had a few friends reach out and say, hey, I know you've always wanted to open a bakery. There's a space available. And I called my mom and I said, Mom, I know this sounds a little wild because I was working at Earth and Tea. I was always in the restaurant scene, just waiting, which I loved. We went for it and we got it. We had no idea what we were going to be doing, but it kind of just organically grew. Mm-hmm. Fast forward 10 years later and here we are.
I'd love to know more about your menu.
Pastries switch up day to day, all small batch, run out throughout the day. Mm-hmm. We have our drink menu, which we're primarily focused on tea and local coffee, Broad Porch coffee, which is so good. And then aside from drinks, we do our breakfast and lunch menu, which is available all day.
Well, of all the items, between the shortbread cookies that my grandson loves, the breakfast sandwiches that I love, the cakes that you do are amazing, and I've ordered some of those for birthdays, and they have been so memorable. And how do customers find out what's in your bakery case each day?
We just kind of put it out in the world on all of our socials, and that includes a list of all the allergies for each item as well.
Isabel, I love the central location that you have here. It's so community-centric. It's so easy for downtown businesses to get here and for people like me who live close by to walk here. I love bringing my clients in here particularly because they get to come to Hardesty Higgins' house, which is the Visitors Center, but also they get a flavor of hometown Harrisonburg, like the friendly city.
It's special. It's special knowing you can walk downtown and hit every local business along the way. It's like everybody has their own flair and their own personality, and everyone does it so well. They do it with their whole hearts, and being in Harrisonburg, it's all you need. We're kind of like in a little snow globe, and we can be here forever.
Love being part of the friendly city and bringing other people in to live here.
Life's next steps begin with a mortgage from DuPont Community Credit Union. Whether you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, DCCU has fixed and adjustable rate mortgage options, with mortgage advisors ready to help find the best option for your family. And now with our new 5/5 adjustable rate mortgage, you can receive the benefits of an adjustable rate loan with an initial rate for the first 5 years. Take the next step in your home buying journey today at mydccu.com.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker at Kline Realty. Thank you for joining me for another Q&A with Kline. Today our topic is something that is extremely important and can often be a whole second round of negotiations in a contract, and that is the home inspection. During COVID and immediately after, where the market got so hyper competitive, a lot of buyers were foregoing the protection of a home inspection and making offers without that contingency. That's a very dangerous thing to do. Now we've kind of gotten back to a more normalized situation where most offers include a home inspection contingency in some form or another. So I think it's important to just go over the basics of that, because it can be a real hurdle sometimes if it's not handled properly. The thing to remember from the buyer's side is a home inspection is an extremely thorough process. That inspector will probably spend close to 3 hours in the house, take all kinds of pictures, and send you a beautiful digital report, which will be basically a homeowner's manual for your house. The difference between that, though, and what our contract calls for as far as things a buyer could ask the seller to repair is a big difference. The only things eligible for a buyer to ask for are things that are considered a material defect, something that would cause a reasonable person to not buy the house. So they can't ask for older mechanical systems to be upgraded if they're still working properly. They can't ask for things in an older house to be brought up to current code. They can't ask for improvements, essentially. They can ask for significant repairs, but not improvements. But all the rest of that stuff in the home inspection report is great information for the buyer as they live in and maintain that house. So typically the buyer has an inspection. If there are some eligible items that they're concerned about, they'll prepare a punch list. Buyer's agent will deliver that to the seller's agent, and a negotiation will begin. If everybody comes to terms, that's great. That gets written up and signed. We move forward with the seller promising to make whatever repairs were on the list. If we can't come to an agreement within a specified time frame, then the buyer is in control. The buyer can decide, am I going to move forward with what's on the table right now, or am I going to terminate and find another house? If that happens, typically the buyer will get their earnest money deposit back, because that was a contingency built into the contract. They had that right to terminate if things didn't go well, and then they would have to move on and find another house. The one area where we can sometimes get into trouble is where folks ask for things on that punch list that aren't appropriate. They're cosmetic items, they're matters of preference, they're improvements or upgrades, but they ask their agent to put it on the list anyway. The seller refuses to do them because they're not part of this contingency, and then because of that refusal, the buyer may think, well, hey, now I can get out. And that's not the case. The buyer can only get out if the seller refuses to make a repair that does fall under that definition of deficiencies. I hope that helps explain it and make that hurdle a little bit easier to get past. Our coffee today is from Crucible Coffee in Stanton. We like that place a lot. Great coffee shop, great place to work. We got one of their slow pours, which is a pour over style coffee, and this one is from Nicaragua. Super good, super strong, intense. I'm drinking that without any cream or sugar, and it's a really good, strong, but not bitter cup of coffee. Like it a lot. I would encourage you to give those folks a try. If you've got a coffee you'd like to see me try here, or if you've got a real estate question for me, please send that to me at questions@klinemay.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.
I have really enjoyed the events that I've attended, and they bring me joy to watch and hear the stories of people and how Vail has impacted their lives. And as a real estate agent, I occasionally encounter families or individuals who are moving into the area or who are wanting to move into a new home, and they have special requests. And I always know that a phone call to Vail and connecting that person to you guys will always end in a success. So tell me, what about your job, what you do, what brings you the greatest joy?
Very hard to pinpoint what brings me the greatest joy. I think I would have to say seeing individuals with disabilities, seeing the possibilities, and engaging in their community and growing in their independence.
Right.
Whether that means that they finally got the care in their home and we were able to help them figure out how to surround themselves with that, or they got the ramp that was preventing them from leaving their home, or they acquired a disability and they decide that they're going to try our adaptive sports program, and they roll in and they are immediately surrounded by a community of similar and like experience that can share the journey, and they ask, how did you receive your injury? And it's a community that they didn't connect to any other way, and you see that joy and you see that peer support and you see the isolation go down. That has probably been a lot of what brings me the best joy. I do also enjoy working with our business community and helping them figure out how to enhance their accessibility in our communities. You know, when we're looking at doing new streetscapes or sidewalks, how do we make our communities more accessible to people? Those are the things that bring me joy.
I think it's more of who we really are as people, not so much a profession, but just helping people out and seeing the satisfaction of transaction come to closing and seeing a client so extremely happy about the process that they've gone through, and just rewarding to know that we made it as easy as possible to get to the final point of being able to move into their dream home or move into their first home.
Having a team at Kline Realty gives us the ability to tag team on different transactions if that's what we need to do, or support each other. As a team at Kline, we feel like we're giving you extra benefit as realtors in support of our clients.
Once you find out who Elevate is with the two of us, I think you will be very satisfied with what your experience is. And part of the Elevate name too is our slogan. Our slogan is to elevate your real estate experiences.
We enjoy what we do. The good times and the ability to help others outweighs any challenges that we see from day to day or whatever. I'm excited to continue my future here and to grow even our team and our business.
It's only up from here, and we're just excited to start the journey and keep moving forward.
We all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up, even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
I feel very special today because I get to have lunch with 2 of my former students. Taught both of you as 5th graders. It's so awesome for me to see how you've grown into men, and you have a career in real estate along my side, which is awesome. And Eduardo is a very successful business owner, and it makes me very happy. Eduardo, how long have you had your truck open?
We've been open for 2 years. We started off going to like events and stuff like that. Then we decided to come to Harrisonburg, and we really didn't know where to park in Harrisonburg, so we were just parking randomly at different spots. The owner of Steven Toyota, Ryan, he stopped by one day. He tried some tacos and he's like, hey, I really want you guys to park at my dealership. So he had me come meet with him. We basically chose this spot out.
Yeah, and you know, with this location, there's never a time where you're not going through this part of town. So it's just a great time to, you know, if you need a quick lunch, stop, grab it, take it to the office, eat here just real quick, and be back on the road. Great location.
It's even better because you can online order or call the number on the side of the truck, and it'll be ready when you get here. I've ever ordered from Al Pastor has been exceedingly delicious. And this is really, really, really good. And I love that there's so much meat on it.
These are by far some of my favorite tacos to get.
Eduardo, thank you so much for the great food today and the great service. It's always a pleasure to stop in and see a former student.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, of course, Eduardo, for the lunch. And it's always nice to meet new folks and get to spend a little bit of time with colleagues outside of work and just catch up over some good food. That's what it's all about.
If you see a home that you like, please contact one of our agents in either office. I'm probably, can you hold it somewhere where I can actually see? 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna remember all that. Welcome to the Kline May. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks to our sponsors, and we'll see you next week.